Yebo, yebo, yebo. When I say this is Africa, you say what? You say yebo. When I say this is Africa, you say what? You say yebo. Yeah man, welcome to the African Connection Show. And we're gonna be streaming live from the Culture Hub studios every Wednesday from 11 to 12 midday East African time on Facebook, on YouTube. We're gonna be live, streaming live. Make sure to check it out. Don't forget, every Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 12 midday East African time, we're gonna be bringing you culture, music. If you have a book or if you have any invention that you want us to or you want to share with the audience, don't forget, send us a message right there on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook, on our Instagram. We are right there. You can look for us or you can Google. And do not forget, I'm gonna be your host, Mr. Juice Jabali Africa. Yeah? When I say this is Africa, you say what? You say, yebo. When I say this is Africa, you say what? You say, yebo. We out. Yebo, 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 yebo. Welcome to the African Connection. You know, when I say this is Africa, you say what?
You say yebo.
When I say this is Africa, Ambrose, you say what?
You say yebo.
Yeah, man. Yeah, welcome to the African Connection Show. I'm your host, as usual, Mr. Juice Jabali Africa. Yeah, man. Today in the studio, I present to you the king, the prince, Mr. Ambrose Gicharu. Mr. Gicharu is a young man that is working on the animation side. And today we're privileged to have him here because a young man is the next, you're in between, the next and now generation. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so you're a very important link to your generation and also to the future of Africa and Kenya.
Yeah.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you correctly.
You have to know you're important.
Yeah.
You are the link between the next and the now generation.
Yeah.
So you're very important to the next generation of Africa.
Yeah.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard
when I say this is Africa, you say what?
You say yebo.
Yeah, man. Strong. Mr. Ambrose.
Yeah.
Welcome to the African Connection Show.
Okay, thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So this segment, we call it African Excellence.
Okay.
You're part of the African Excellence.
Thank you. Proud to be there.
Yeah. Do you know why you're part of it?
Yeah, you said part of it is being the transition to the next generation.
And what you're doing.
Yeah, and what you're doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have to rely on any other thing. I like it because what we do here is to highlight stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, to stuff that can empower and encourage
it's good.
Our next generation. Also, the youth, you can teach me because today you're going to be the teacher.
Yeah.
You're going to teach me and educate me on what you're doing.
Yeah.
Ama namna gani.
Yeah.
So, who's Ambrose? Tunaanza na hiyo.
Yeah, sawa.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so Ambrose is you can say he's a self-taught animator, and he's maybe you can say a free thinker as well. People say I'm creative. I don't know, maybe you can say from the stuff you see. And I really believe in giving back to the community in as much as the community supports me. Yeah, and I'm very happy to be here. Thanks for giving me a voice and a platform so that I can tell my story to everyone.
You're welcome, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
As I said, nobody else will do it for us.
Yeah,
it's for us by us.
Yeah. So
this is a good, I'm feeling it straight to the core because if that's coming from a young man, that's a good thing.
It's okay, fine.
Yeah.
The future
and I know you're not lying to me.
Yeah, the future is in good hands.
Yeah.
Yebo.
Yebo.
Yeah.
So I see you're very much into animation. Can you tell me a little bit about, first of all, education? You talked about you need economics.
Yeah.
I want to know how you transitioned. First of all, where you're born. You're born in Nairobi, and how you transitioned into getting into animation?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm born and bred in Nairobi. Yeah, and as you said, I took economics in university. But then when COVID hit and school closed, I had an interest in animation initially, but then I felt now I have all the free time to maybe test one, two things. I was already into drawing portraits using a pencil.
Oh, you're an artist?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I used to draw too.
Okay.
Go ahead, man.
Okay. You will show me some of the stuff you drew.
I do, I'm a guy with many talents, but music took everything.
Took over.
Yeah, but go ahead. We'll come
Okay.
back. It's all about you today.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So after COVID hit and I had all the free time to practice, 1, 2, 3, I had an interest in specifically 2D animation. I started drawing through my phone. I posted 1, 2 videos.
2D?
Yeah, 2D animation.
Okay.
Yeah. The difference between 2D and 3D is just the depth mostly. Yeah. And with 2D you have to draw everything frame by frame animation. Yeah. So I posted 1, 2 videos on TikTok, and then it became it kind of took a life of itself. And then I taught myself 1, 2, 3 months since 2021, and here we are, backbench animations.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because I saw some of the stuff that you're doing in the animation.
Yeah.
And I was impressed.
Okay.
Because Rowan told me about you. And I was very impressed, and I saw your works, and I said, man, I wish we would get this guy here.
Yeah.
And
big shout out to Rowan. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna host him too, because he's he's in a different area, but he's a young man just like you.
Yeah.
He's another one that I'm going to tell him he's the future.
Yeah, he's
the future. Is not those old folk that you see.
Yeah.
They've already lived their lives.
Yeah.
But also, it's good for them to be there, so that they can teach us wisdom.
Yeah, true.
But also, if they're wrong, they gotta know they're wrong.
Yeah.
Because you can't be always right.
Yeah,
there's a saying that says, even the youth can teach you wisdom.
Yeah, true.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so in the animation, I really got an interest because I want to know what stories, because animation is just like script writing, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it is. It's just a medium of storytelling through video format.
Or through video format.
Yeah.
So what stories do you talk about? Because I would like to see more of those cartoons telling our stories. Because African stories, if you look at in the world history, you know, before Africa was there, civilization started in Africa. Yeah. So along the way, colonization came into Africa. And that one interrupted our progress.
Our authenticity.
Yes, it really interrupted our progress. And we, the colonizer, tried to reverse our minds to make us feel inferior and forget what you're doing. Because civilization started in Africa. Nubia Kingdom was big. The Nubia area was, that's the oldest civilization that ever existed.
Okay.
What stories would you, because our history was messed up, they lied. If you read anything, any facts that are coming from Africa, majority of this stuff, or even I would say in every African story, there's some type of misinformation. What stories would you,
the stories I'd like to tell.
That you like to tell in the cartoon format to reach the people your age? I told you, you're the link between the now generation and the next generation. That's very important.
So first of all, I'd like to say there's a saying in Swahili. It says mwachamila ni mtumwa.
And how old are you again?
I'm 27. I'm turning 27 tomorrow.
27 year old telling me that. Okay, go ahead.
So basically what it means is that who are you without like your culture? You're just a slave, right? You've just gotten, you can't you can't be cultureless. If you don't have a culture, it means someone else put another culture inside of you, right? So you need to be authentic yourself. So I'm looking to tell stories by Africans for Africans,
Yes.
and then now for everyone else.
Yes.
Right? We have stories of, let's say, Sungura Mjanja.
Yes.
And then there's a controversial story of Abu Nwasi.
Yes.
Abu Nwasi, everyone knows Abu Nwasi, but then some other cultures know him as Nasreddin Hoka. So I don't really know the origin, but you know, when you speak of Abu Nwasi, you know, like his Hekayas of Abu Nwasi, he used to do mischievous things.
Yeah.
Most of my animations are mischievous, but the backbench in itself, it represents the people at the back of the class. The noisemakers, the mischievous people, the misfits, right? Yeah. So the misfits, they are free thinkers. They do what they want, right? Yeah. But then maybe the authority tells them, you need to be this way. They try to conform them to another way, right? So I try to tell stories the way I feel is the most authentic way, yeah, and represents like my culture. And as you can see, even like my character he's black, yeah, and sometimes you get the urge to, you know, it's a race between, am I going to be authentic, or do I just want to go viral and popular? Yes. Right? So it's basically kind of like a tug of war, right? So, but I decided to stay at home, right? Create from home, create stories from home. Yeah.
Man, yeah, that's beautiful. You see, that coming from you.
Yeah.
Because so many people, when you tell them about culture,
yeah,
they think culture is a way of life.
Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah.
And culture evolves.
Yeah.
Every 100 years.
Yeah.
I can say it evolves every day.
Yeah.
Because in order for 100 years to become 100 years, you have to start with seconds.
Yeah. True.
To minutes. To hours. To days.
Yeah, to days, to weeks, to years. To
exactly.
Yeah.
So culture evolves every day.
Yeah.
And some people think it's wearing monkey skin,
Yeah.
wearing whatever, whatever
and
it
shields
is.
and
Yeah,
arrows
the shields and
spears.
arrows and all that.
Yeah.
And also,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that if it's not your choice.
Yeah.
If it's your choice, you want to go back to that days, you want to dress up the way you want to dress up, it's your choice.
Yeah,
but I keep on telling people, your existence happened because there was somebody, there was your father, your mother, and your grandpa, and your grandma, and your great-grandpa. So
and the
you've evolved from the ancestors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so don't let anybody tell you you don't know where you're going, because you know where you're coming from.
True. True.
You understand?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, man. I like the fact like you're doing that and you know yourself.
Yeah.
I see you're conscious, you're rooted.
Okay.
You
Thank
know?
you.
Yeah, man. Hey, things are hot here. I got a 27-year-old here. Man, this boy, let me call him a boy because I'm older than him. He's a young man.
Yeah.
The stallion. A cub.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Simba.
Yeah, Simba.
I'm Simba, you're Mufasa.
Yeah. So when you come back, we're gonna be right back with Ambrose.
Yeah.
Mr. Ambrose, Mambo Boto.
Kabisa.
Yeah, man.
Yebo, yebo.
Yebo.
Kenyans answer questions with questions.
Nice. What the hell's going on? Where's everyone laughing? I want tears, guys, tears.
We have a problem, sir. Fuel prices are so high that we can't start a fire.
Oh shit, and we're bankrupt?
Yes, we are $2 trillion in debt.
Oh, damn it. Get the Kenyan president on the line.
Okay.
You have received a reverse call request. If you accept it, you'll be charged for the... You have received a reverse call request. If you accept it, you'll be charged for the call at normal call rates. To continue, press 1 to accept.
Hello?
Hey, yo, Jaden, what's happening? The fuel prices, man. Hey, yo, this ain't what we agreed.
You know we had to raise the fuel prices because of road construction. and the loan has to be serviced somehow.
Oh shit, you're right. What's the progress on the highway to hell?
It's just about 50% done. It will be complete before you even know it.
Fantastic, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, man. See you this weekend. Oh, shit.
Yeah, boy. Welcome back. When I say this is Africa, you say what?
You say yebo.
Yeah, man. Young lion. That's what we do here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You see, I told you, your animations are great.
Thank you very much.
That last, the last piece that we just played.
Okay.
What can you tell me? What is the character?
Okay.
Because I saw even a Kenyan flag there.
Yeah.
Which is really nice.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
It's just a funny story. It was from last year when we had Uhuru as our president, and everyone was complaining of fuel prices.
Yeah.
So the story is the fuel is so high, so people in hell, they can't purchase the fuel, so there's no fire, right? Right?
People, again.
Yeah.
So the people in hell.
Yeah.
The prices of gas is really high.
It's really high.
People in hell cannot even purchase it.
Yeah. So there's no fire.
It tells you things are bad.
Yeah. So people are just partying down there. Yeah. And the
People
devil.
partying in hell.
Yeah. and the devil is so broke. He's calling the president on a reverse call. Yeah.
Yeah. You see? wow. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
So
the gas prices right now.
Yeah.
We're digging deep into our pockets, man.
Yeah,
everything is high.
And you know, it's really concerning because people are complaining about that.
Yeah.
Yet we have our own reserve in Turkana.
Yeah, we have our own reserve. Yeah.
So I don't know about the
just in case they didn't know.
Yeah.
Just in case they didn't know. The young folk know. we have a well in Turkana.
The eyes
you gotta
and
let
ears.
us know what's happening over there.
Yeah, what's going on? Wagwan.
Yeah, man. I like that, man. That's what I was telling you, man.
Yeah.
You know, at our own, this is the current situation.
Yeah.
Also, I'd like you to dig deep back and learn or tell us in your format of animation of what our people used to do. Even myself.
Yeah.
And we can even tell you can even go consult with the older folk.
Yeah.
Now the older folk, that's where they come in.
Yeah, true.
You see, I told you.
Yeah.
You cannot rule out the older folk.
Yeah,
that's where they come in. You take a little bit of reverse.
Yeah.
And go ask them these questions.
Yeah.
And they're going to tell you more back again.
Yeah.
So that's what makes a continuity of culture.
Yeah, true.
And a way of life.
Yeah.
And to know where we're headed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, man, I like that. And, so how, how's business?
Okay.
So far, how's business, man? Do you think we can buy us lunch today, man?
Business.
The producer, can you buy lunch? Yeah. Tell us, how's business, man?
Business is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it can be better, but it's good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm right here. So on the side of business, TikTok doesn't pay African content creators directly. So it's just up to maybe the people on the TikTok live and through gifts and all that. So that's, I can call it a major setback because you can't depend on TikTok alone. So me as Backbench Animations, what I do is I create marketing videos so that I can get that extra income.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do marketing for corporates?
Yeah,
for private sectors?
Yeah. And also including music videos. I create visualizers for music videos.
Okay.
Yeah. Wakifika bei.
Wakifika bei.
Yeah.
Sasa simi nitafanya yangu na mkopo. Yeah, one of our songs, man.
Tutaongea, bei ya kuongea.
Tutaongea, but we'll talk on the side.
Nyuma ya tent.
Yeah, nyuma ya tent.
Yeah.
Watu wa Nairobi wakae hapa.
Kabisa.
Nyuma ya tent.
Yeah.
Man, I'm very much impressed with what you're doing with animation.
Okay.
Because you're positive. I'd like to have more African youth.
Okay.
to be
Down that
this
road.
way, yeah.
Yeah.
So because when I was your age,
Uh-huh.
I'm about to come there. Because what did you say? Because at these majors
Yeah.
in school, because I know I
Yeah.
understand you're an accountant.
Yeah.
So nobody can steal from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're an accountant, and that's what you majored in
Yeah.
the university.
Yeah.
But you ended up doing animation, because
Yeah.
what was the reason?
interest. Okay, I have been drawing since I was small.
Yeah.
My father taught me how to draw.
Oh, he was an artist.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
he
is
He
an
is.
artist. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's also into music,
Ah.
just like you guys.
Ah.
Yeah.
But someday
So-
maybe we'd like to have him in the studio, man.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the choir master in the local church.
Yeah.
I was also a choir master.
You know, I sang in
One
choir.
time.
I used to sing soprano
Yeah?
when I was 7 years old.
No way.
I'm telling you.
No way.
Before we became
Soprano.
Mufasa, before we became Mufasa,
Yeah. Do you have any photographic or video evidence to support?
you know,
I really want to see that.
Those days,
Yeah.
man, affording a camcorder was like
Yeah.
school fees
Okay.
for your university education.
Yeah, you need to have a harambe for
I'm
that.
telling you,
Yeah.
it was a problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
H,
you
man.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, man. But I sang in choir.
Uh-huh.
That's where the music came from. My father
Okay.
is a musician.
Okay.
He plays gospel
Dope
music.
stuff. Well, what's his name?
He's Ruben Asikoy.
Ruben Asikoy.
Yeah, but
Fantastic.
before he used to play with the people like Mukabi,
Okay.
the classic,
Okay.
the classic type of music,
Yeah.
and I can play you that classic music.
Okay.
I can play you that, and I can play my own.
Okay.
So I can go deep traditional,
Yeah.
and I can go deep modern.
Yeah.
So I'm also
Uh-huh.
the transition between my
Okay.
generation
Yeah. And maybe
and you now,
Yeah.
the future,
Yeah.
that which is now.
Uh-huh.
You see how we are
Yeah,
linked?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I tell
The
you.
link is
You
there.
cannot afford to mess up.
Yeah, you
Even
can't.
the
You
older
can't.
folk cannot afford to mess up.
Yeah. Respect, you say, respect the OGs.
Yeah, respect the OGs.
Yeah.
And also the OGs, they know. They have to,
Yeah.
to respect young guys.
Yeah.
So that because there's a young man,
Uh-huh.
you have knowledge that I don't know.
Yeah.
Because
Uh-huh.
you're educating me about the I cannot come here and rule you out. Because
Yeah.
my kid
Uh-huh.
teaches me a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I've never known. Teaches me a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And I've come to find out when you ignore even your kids, thinking like they're just kids,
Yeah.
there's some things you can learn from
Yeah.
them.
You can.
You have to learn from the kids to become a better parent.
Yeah.
You
True.
have to learn from the old folk to become a better child.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah. I see the link.
Whether we like it or not,
Yeah. You have to.
the chains must move,
Yeah.
and they must move accordingly.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right now, the young folk, because there's a lot of migration happening.
Uh-huh.
A lot of young folks are in this economic
Yeah.
migration.
Yeah.
A lot of young folks are taking off because all young folks have come across
Yeah.
your age. I'm
Yeah.
friends with a lot of them because even here at Culture, I'm mentoring some of them because
Okay.
some of them lack patience.
Yeah.
Some of them are patient.
Okay.
It's the nature of
Yeah.
humans.
Yeah. Of life.
But why is it that there's a lot of migration? Even during our days,
Uh-huh.
I started traveling when I was 22 years old.
Yeah.
We were here, we started our music career, and we were like, man, things are not happening here because these guys, the MCAs or whatever,
Yeah.
they've never, MCSK, they've never paid us even a dime from our royalties.
I know you're getting taxed for it.
Yeah, and you're getting taxed. They're
Yeah.
too quick to introduce taxes on us,
Yeah.
but they're not too quick to go protect us,
Yeah.
protect our source of revenue so
Yeah,
that we
true.
can pay tax, so that we can become
Yeah.
better citizens
Yeah,
and pay taxes.
Yeah.
You see that there's some type of double standard.
Uh-huh.
You gotta make sure you fix the source
Yeah.
before you come to us.
Yeah.
Unanielewa?
Yeah.
You have to fix the source.
Yeah.
Make sure
Kabisa.
my area is protected.
Yeah.
What you're doing is intellectual properties. Those properties they need to be protected in order for them to come tax you.
Okay.
You can
true.
you can call tax. Tax is a big word.
Yeah.
But also you have to walk the talk.
Yeah. True.
Protect my interest so that I can get the money. I make the money. I'm happy.
Yeah.
The government takes its share.
Share.
But how are you going to tax me when
It's
I'm not
supposed to be
earning
what you
anything?
mean. It's supposed to be an exchange.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be an exchange.
Yeah.
So still, this is something that we're going to sing until kingdom come,
Yeah.
until they fix stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen it because I travel around.
Yeah.
Some other countries, they've come up with very good
structures for that.
structures for supporting even the arts, every sector.
Yeah.
I've seen South Africa, seen even Tanzania, they try.
Yeah.
You know, people, even Kenya, they, a little bit, but there's still more that is needed to be done.
There's a gap.
Yeah. So, and that's what made us take off from this country, because you cannot just rely on gigs.
Yeah.
Your recordings really matter.
Yeah, they do.
Whatever you stream there matters.
Yeah.
YouTube pays for streaming.
Yeah.
But YouTube still is not enough unless
it's not enough.
you collect more. What do you call it? More streaming.
Yeah.
But you need a lot of footage to make a living out of that.
Yeah, to make a living. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of young folk are taking off. During our days, we took off, and we went abroad.
Okay.
And we saw the way they were paying and all that, coming back home, going and coming back home. We made a living out of that.
Okay.
But our biggest chunk of our royalties, we never had even a dime.
That's sad, man.
All the Japan music that you hear in schools, you hear getting played with some other kids think they're folk songs.
Yeah. Yeah. So how did you get from all that to be here?
So
or is
my
it
point
still a
is,
struggle? Yeah.
wait, my point is, I'm coming to, you're going to ask me that question again.
Okay.
My point is, right now, what is needed to be done so that we can retain people your age?
Okay.
Because we need your energy to develop the country.
Yeah.
Africa has the most young people population.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah. Yeah, I
That
see
is
it
energy.
everywhere.
That is, if we
It's
harness
a resource.
these young folk,
Yeah.
they don't need to leave the country to go abroad to look for greener pastures.
Yeah.
And also some of them, where they go, they don't get treated well.
Yeah, true.
We see on the news a lot of mistreatment of African people outside the African continent.
Okay.
What can you say about that, man? Before you come ask me about that question you're about to ask me.
Okay, well, that's a major pain point for the culture and for the industry, and I feel that the problem, as you've stated, the resource is being taken from Africa into other continents, right? So why are people migrating? Maybe you can say it's mostly because of the financial pressures. And the pressures are maybe on the tax side, especially here in Kenya. And then you see you give a lot, you get back very little, right? So if that can be fixed, you give a lot and you also get back a lot. I feel that you can retain most of the young Africans so that they can stay here and create even for us. You know, it's not just about like migrating physically. You know, you might be on social media and then you're creating stuff for people in the US, in the UK, China, all that, right?
They're doing that already.
Yeah. That's also a migration in itself, right? Because you're just here physically, but where's your content? It's just out there, right? So you don't get to tell your stories, you don't get to be yourself, right? And well, for me, I can say it's also a major setback because maybe, you see, I have to depend on other sides. I can just decide, if I decided to do accounting in another country, it would have been better maybe for me, right? But I'm still here because I feel I need to inspire people. And personally, I also mentor students.
Oh, you're already mentoring?
Yeah, here in Kenya.
See what I mean?
And some also in Nigeria.
Oh, in Nigeria?
Yeah.
You're doing it virtually?
Yeah, virtually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
See?
Through socials.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's mostly just about motivating these kids.
I call that Africa Unite.
Yeah, Africa Unite. Yeah.
It's Africa Unite spirit.
Yeah.
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 You go ahead.
So if we unite as Africans, and also if we kind of create a community where we can motivate each other, and in a way maybe stand up for our rights, because you know the government just takes and takes and takes.
Yes.
And we need to have a voice of ourselves so that we can maybe just find a way of turning things around.
Yeah, to keep the government in check too.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the government is us.
Yeah, the government is us.
People.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we decide to maybe look at those points, I feel like things can be so much better for everyone in the creative industry in Africa, in Kenya, in Africa, and all over.
Man, that's beautiful, man. You see what I mean? Man, I call that Africa Unite.
Unite, man.
When I say this is Africa, you say what?
You say yeah, boo.
When I say this is Africa, you say what?
You say yeah, boo.
Man,
yeah.
I told you, this young cat or this young lion is heavy.
Yeah.
This is a bright man.
Yeah.
I see a brighter Africa, man. I feel good.
Yeah, thank
when
you.
I'm hearing that coming from a young man, I see we are heading somewhere.
Yeah.
It's not just, we just don't want to be known people that just want, that love dancing and just that. No, you're doing some great work.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're doing some great work, and I would like to have more and more of your time here.
Okay.
So we're gonna be right back with Mr. Ambrose.
Derek, did you piss the bed?
No. Why would you ask that?
Because the bed's wet.
Oh, that's because last night at 3 in the morning, someone broke in my room.
Someone broke in your room.
Yep, and they had a gun with them.
You had a gun?
Yep, a 47 shotgun revolving pistol.
That's not even a real thing.
Well, he had one, and he came in and he was swinging it around, and I was like, "What do you want? Just take my money, you know?" And he was like, "I don't want your money. I want to pee in your bed." And I was like, "What?" And he put it at me. He was like, "Get out of your bed so I can pee in it." So then I got up, and then he started peeing on my bed. And then he got into my iPad and he searched naked firefighters, and I can't delete it from my browsing history. I was like, oh my gosh. And then he went to my school and pretended to be me and failed my math quiz. I was like, what? This guy's ruining my life.
So you pissed the bed?
Yeah, like about that much. My money, you know? And he was like, "I don't want your money. I want to pee in your bed." And I was like, "What?" And he put it at me. He was like, "Get out of your bed so I can pee in it." So then I got up, and then he started peeing on my bed. And then he got into my iPad and he searched naked firefighters, and I can't delete it from my browsing history. I was like, oh my gosh. And then he went to my school and pretended to be me and failed my math quiz. I was like, what? This guy's ruining my money, you know? And he was like, "I don't want your money. I want to pee in your bed." And I was like, "What?" And he put it at me. He was like, "Get out of your bed so I can pee in it." So then I got up, and then he started peeing on my bed. And then he got into my iPad and he searched naked firefighters, and I can't delete it from my browsing history. I was like, oh my gosh. And then he went to my school and pretended to be me and failed my math quiz. I was like, what? This guy's ruining my life.
So you pissed the bed?
My money, you know? And he was like, "I don't want your money. I want to pee in your bed." And I was like, "What?" And he put it at me. He was like, "Get out of your bed so I can pee in it." So then I got up, and then he started peeing on my bed. And then he got into my iPad and he searched naked firefighters, and I can't delete it from my browsing history. I was like, oh my gosh. And then he went to my school and pretended to be me and failed my math quiz. I was like, what? This guy's ruining my life.
So you pissed the bed?
Yeah, like about that much.
Yebo. Welcome back to the African Connection Show. This segment, we call it African Excellence. Today, I have a VIP, Mr. Ambrose.
Thank you.
You are VIP. I have this prince that is soon is going to become a king. You know, I love it. I love what he's doing.
Yeah, just following in your footsteps.
That's a great thing. And I feel good when you say that.
Yeah.
Because at least if I have two people, you're now the third, fourth, somebody that told me that. Okay. So I got a platoon following me behind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I say fire, it's fire.
It's fire, man. It's fuego.
Kuna kucheza.
Hakuna
So
kucheza.
attention is attention. Salute mara moja.
Kabisa.
Ukalia huko. Check the perimeter.
Yeah.
Make sure everything is clear.
Mambo ni matatu.
Ndio hiyo mambo ni matatu. Mambo ya kwanza. Animation.
Yeah,
ya pili. Serikali tuangalilie mambo ya taxes, ndio tuangalie upande wa wasanii. Ya tatu,
Africa Unite.
Africa Unite.
Kabisa.
Hapa namna gani?
Kabisa.
Mambo ni mangapi?
Mambo ni matatu.
Pana mchezo. Yeah, man. So, welcome back to the African Connection show, man.
Thank you
You had
very
a
much.
question that you asked me, but I'm going to answer that again.
Okay.
We're going to postpone that for a minute.
It's okay.
I want to know the type of animation that you do, right?
Yeah.
The type of animation.
Yeah. So there's lots of types of animation. There's 2D, 3D, stop motion, all that. So I decided to do 2D because myself, I'm an artist. I like to draw. And it's a strength and it's also maybe kind of a setback.
Yeah.
Because you see, as an artist, I need to, when I create some kind of, let me call it art, but it's in video form, right?
Yeah.
I will need you to interpret it in your own way.
Yeah.
That's art,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But if I'm making a video for marketing, right?
Yeah.
There needs to be a clear message and a clear call to action, all that.
Yeah.
And that kind of limits me in my artistic maybe expression.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I chose 2D, specifically stickman animation,
Yeah.
it's because of the I can say quality versus quantity, right?
Okay.
How can I create more stuff
Yeah.
within a short period of time?
Yeah.
Number one, I chose to take the stickman animation because it's easier to create and I can get the message across, and they're just funny characters. They are appealing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I chose that particular style. Once I tried to drift off to maybe more complicated stuff,
Yeah.
but I felt that I need to be creating more. Yeah.
Yeah.
So back to factory settings.
And how long does it take you to build one?
create.
It depends with the story.
Depends with the story.
Yeah.
But basically, in let's say one day. When I say one day, I mean between 6 to 12 working hours, right?
Yeah.
I can
wow.
create maybe 6
Yeah.
to 20 seconds of animation.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And do you
So,
need a special computer to do that? Or?
I just need a computer
Yeah.
and something called a graphic tablet.
Oh, okay.
It's just like an input device so that ukichora kwa karatasi or
Yeah.
when you draw on the tablet,
Yeah.
it appears on the computer as an animation, and then you just make it move.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome, man.
Yeah. You can also use a phone. If you're watching there and maybe you don't have a computer, you can just get yourself a graphic tablet or a stylus, and then you can just there's software and apps for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, can you repeat that again so that somebody,
Yeah.
another young cat,
Yeah,
can...
it's just not for animators. It can be also for a DJ. You've seen these DJs DJing using their phones,
yeah, I've seen
and
it.
they are
Yeah, I've
really
seen it.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just use what you have, right? Yeah, and opportunity will meet you if you're prepared.
So what would you say, like, do you think our schools or our universities might, or they need to introduce this type of majors here?
Yeah, well, they do.
Because you told me you're self-taught.
Yeah, I'm
You're a
self-taught.
genius.
Thank
Told you
you.
this is African excellence, bro.
Thank you,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
So I feel, okay, specifically in animation,
Yeah.
I think there's only one public university which teaches animation, and you see that's a limit in itself.
Yeah.
And assuming you have someone who is interested in it, you don't have a lot of maybe pool to choose from, right?
Yeah.
And I learned through the 844 system.
Yeah.
The 844 system was brutal. It really was.
I know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you were the pioneers of it.
First generation.
Yeah. Maybe I don't even know what I'm saying.
We used to
But,
even drink milk. Do you
yeah.
guys get milk nowadays?
No.
To
Get it
in
from
the
the
jar.
shop. They used to call it maziwa ya nyayo.
Yeah, nyayo.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a nyayo kid.
Okay. Maziwa ni ya nyayo.
Yeah.
Aya. So I forgot my line of thought. But what I can say, we were speaking about universities and
Universities,
844
yeah.
system.
Yeah, 844 system, yeah.
So I think the government is trying to shift things around using the CBC,
Yeah.
so that the talents of young kids can be discovered as they are small.
Early, at
Yeah.
an early age.
Yeah, because you find someone in the government office,
Yeah.
And his history was maybe he was a hip hop artist when he was in uni,
Yeah, you
right?
see what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. So you find yourself in accounting class,
Yeah.
and then ikifika usiku night time,
Wewe ndio huyo.
studio,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
DJ or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So we need to maybe motivate the youth and just create a platform and a means to just do these things professionally.
Yes.
I feel maybe if I can go back to school, maybe back in time, maybe I'd choose animation. I was not brave enough.
Yeah.
Let me just put it out there.
Okay.
Because you see, you're choosing as an artist. Are you going to make millions from this, right?
Yeah.
You have a family. You have people who are going to depend on you, and maybe you'll take the art will take the back seat, so that you can just maybe deal with the pressures of life economically and all that. But I guess for me, I saw an opportunity and I took it, right? And I'm thankful for where I'm at right now, for my audience and all those people like supporting me. I'm really thankful, because I couldn't be here all alone. And I had to...
Because you had people that believed in you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I had to also learn from YouTube.
Yeah.
There has to be a YouTube creator to create all that stuff that I'm looking at, right?
Yeah.
The OGs.
The OGs.
Yeah.
To inspire you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Big shout out to the OGs.
Yeah,
and maybe one day, maybe I'm an OG in the making.
Yeah, you are. No, you're not maybe. Because
an OG in the
you
making.
don't want to tell me you want to give up right now.
Yeah, no.
Then you are
no
OG
giving up.
in the making.
Yeah. So and thanks for that.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to also motivate the young kids out there that you can also do this, and just maybe follow your heart, and maybe your brain will follow suit too. Yeah.
That's really awesome, man.
Yeah.
Man, you've really come up with some stuff here, some information I didn't know about animation.
Okay.
When Roa showed me your samples, I was like, this guy, he has great potential.
Okay.
And I really love it. And I see the direction that you're taking right now. You're on the right track.
Okay.
As long as we're alive,
Yeah.
we're going to follow you behind. I'm now your biggest fan. You're number one biggest fan.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm going to be sharing some of your stuff also.
Okay.
And try to encourage people.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would like, I like the fact you're teaching other people
Yeah.
at a very early age.
Yeah.
That's progress. That's very huge, if you don't know.
Yeah.
You're teaching other kids in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
You know, of course, for me, with my music career,
Yeah.
I call myself nowadays a global citizen. Because everywhere I go, I'm selling Africa. I'm representing Africa.
Yeah.
I'm representing Kenya.
Yeah.
So I have to make
see
sure
that.
I'm a global citizen, but at the same time,
Yeah.
I
You're
mean,
true to yourself.
Yeah, I'm true to myself.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not true to myself,
Yeah.
when they ask me, hey, where do you come from?
Yeah.
I tell them I come from Kenya.
Yeah.
I come from Africa.
Kabisa.
Yeah, man, I come from Kenya. I come from Africa. What do you guys do there? I'll tell you, can you please come and visit someday?
Yeah.
And Kenya is very beautiful.
Yeah.
And Africa is very beautiful.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about the wars that we hear every day? I tell them there's no war.
Propaganda.
There's propaganda. There's no wars here. Look.
Yeah.
We don't have somebody holding
Yeah.
an RPG
Yeah.
and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Grenades, yeah.
Yeah. So these things, you know, with the little things going on, because it's human nature.
Yeah.
If you look at every corner right now, there's some type of
Yeah.
conflict
Conflict.
of conflict going on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And there's no day the world was at peace,
Yeah. True.
even for a
You
single
know,
hour.
I looked at the statistics, and this is maybe in human history,
Yeah.
this is the period where we have like the most peace.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. And people are complaining.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
But the other times there was all types of stuff going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. True.
Injustices going on.
Yeah.
People looking down on others.
Yeah.
Today
Human
there's those who are looking down
human
on others.
rights, maybe it wasn't even a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some people even that, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah. And some people would even ask you, hey man, nowadays, if you want to ask me about Nairobi, let me say it on camera. You want to ask me about Africa. You want to ask me about the natural resources. I'll tell you what, go to Google on the phone. See that little gadget you got?
Yeah.
The smartphone? Just Google what you're asking me. It's going to tell you. But also,
Uh-huh.
humans are the same humans that have created this. So some things you have to use your discretion
Yeah.
and your intelligence to know, like, I know this can happen, this can happen.
Yeah.
But all the facts, most of the facts are right there because
Yeah.
it's us putting it. If you
Yeah.
think something is educational or
Yeah.
something is worth sharing,
Yeah.
you just post it.
Just
there.
put it there.
If
We are
somebody has
the
a
source.
conflict, yeah. If somebody has a conflict, they can ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Directly.
Anyways,
Yep.
we're gonna take a short break, and when you come back, we're gonna finish with Mr. Ambrose, the young lion. When I say this is Africa, you say what?
You say yeah, boo.
Yebo, yebo, yebo. When I say this is Africa, you say what? Yebo. When I say this is Africa, you say what? You say yebo. Yeah, man. Welcome to the African Connection Show. Yeah, this is a show that's gonna be airing on our YouTube channel, Culture Hub Live Sessions. If you have a story, or if you have music, if you have anything constructive, anything that you think you can share with the audience, do not shy away from sending us a message at culturehublive.com, Culture Hub Live Sessions on Facebook, Culture Hub Recordings. All those social medias are our social medias. So make sure you send us a message and we're gonna respond. And if you missed the past episode, you can catch it up at Culture Hub Live Sessions on YouTube, and you can see what you missed. Otherwise, I'm your host, Mr. Juice Jabali Africa. When I say this is Africa, you say what? Yebo. When I say this is Africa, you say what? Yebo. We out. Yebo, 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 yebo. When I say this is Africa, you say what?
You say yeah, boo.
Ambrose Gicharu.
Yeah.
Ambrose Gicharu.
Talk to me,
Number one thing, do you
Yep.
have your social handles there?
Yeah.
We want many of these young cats to follow you because I've promised him, as long as we are alive, we're going to be a paste on him because we're going to follow his progress
Yeah.
and see what he's doing because he's teaching already.
Yeah.
I like that. Starting at an early age
Yeah.
is the best thing.
Yeah.
Mapema ndio best.
Mapema ndo best,
Mapema ndio best.
kabisa.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So
my
what
social,
your social handles, tuambie mdogo mdogo pale watu washike. Yeah.
So I just go by Backbench Animations. Basically everywhere, Instagram, TikTok. TikTok is my major maybe platform, but for messages, maybe Instagram. If you want to ask personal questions, how I got the specifics of the software that I use, all that stuff, and also the mentorship program, you can use Instagram, and also on my socials you can find my email, and then maybe we can talk about all the particulars. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great, Mr. Ambrose, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard it. You follow him, he's gonna follow you back. Ask some questions. It's not just a matter of following, but also just make sure you can ask him questions of what you think, you know, as he say. You know, the same way we normally say too. When he send us a message, we normally respond, you know. So, Mr. Ambrose, what message would you have for the African youth?
Okay.
You know, for the African youth,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna narrow it down to the Kenyan youth.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the African youth, I can say there's a lot of talent out there, a lot of innovative. You see, the other day I saw them creating ugali, unga ya ugali from grass.
Hey, how? For cows?
Yeah, for human beings, like Sembe, yeah. So I feel like there's a lot of talent, raw talent out there, and I think we should also come together because, you know, you can't survive alone, right?
Yeah.
If we unite, if we find a way to unite, we can do this. And
like what's happening in West Africa.
Yeah,
You see
for
Burkina
sure.
Faso,
Yeah.
Burkina Faso, is it Mali, Niger?
Yeah, yeah.
They're all uniting and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what the French were doing there, you know,
Yeah.
buying the uranium at 80 cents
Yeah,
in
true.
Africa, but buying it from Canada, the same uranium
Yeah.
at $200. You see that?
Yeah.
You see
I
that
can
exploitation?
I can
You
see
see that?
Yeah. Yeah. So there are many events and festivals.
Yeah.
In animation, there's a festival. Is it like a film festival?
Okay.
Tomorrow, I think, is it tomorrow? I'm not very sure about the dates, but it's in Westlands Mall.
Oh, there's
just
one,
for
really?
for animators.
Oh.
So when these events come up, you see the OGs are creating a platform for us, right? So you should maybe just show up. You don't need to have like a lorry of information or of anything that you're going to give there. It's not just about giving, it's also about receiving information and arming yourself for the future, right?
Yeah.
So I think we should just be open to coming together and uniting so that we can decide for ourselves.
Crush those borders.
Yeah. And as you said, respect the OGs and also respect the younglings, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Respect goes both
Yeah,
ways.
goes both ways.
Yeah.
So we should just come together and when we have a common cause, we can just solve our issues. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, Mr. Ambrose
Yep.
Gicharu.
Yeah.
Mr. Ambrose Gicharu.
Talk to
Have
me.
you heard about Jabali Africa?
I have an idea.
You have an idea?
Yeah, but maybe you can elaborate on that idea.
The idea, Jabali Africa, is a band that was formed in 1993.
83.
93.
93.
Yeah, right there at the National Theatre.
Okay.
We were the best of the best.
Okay.
We
Creme de la
started-
creme.
Yeah, we started with it's not a big head because
Yeah.
it's been 30 years since I started doing this.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a
1993.
really long time.
You were not even born
I was. How do you know?
because I know. That's 30 years.
Mathematics, anyway. Yeah, but it's a really long time.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
see, the point is,
Yeah.
we never stopped doing
Yeah.
what we were doing.
Yeah.
We know I can say we were also economic refugees
Yeah.
because we need to get our things right. You know, National Theatre,
Yeah.
then Jabali was formed out of
Okay.
the National Theatre dance troupe. We
Okay, that's
rejected,
dope.
me and my brother rejected our scholarship to go to the US because Jabali Africa was formed within
Okay.
that 6 months. Because we
That's a
believed
huge thing.
who would reject a scholarship
Yeah.
and choose between music and that?
Yeah.
At that time and age, people
Yeah.
thought we were crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was no peace
Yeah.
in the house with my father and
Yeah.
my mother. Though they didn't tell us to leave the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
parents.
yeah, there was that thing like every time we come to the house, we even contemplated to move out of the house.
Okay.
But my
So that
mom,
you
I
can
think,
do your thing.
overheard us and told my dad, and my dad came and said, "Hey guys, you know, I'm not asking you guys to leave, you know, but I'm just saying education is good." But
Yeah.
those days,
Yeah.
they never believed in the talent.
Yeah.
So us guys were pushed and pushed. Within 6 months, we started traveling abroad. We had our first contract.
Okay.
Within another year, another contract came. We went to Sweden. We went to where? Scandinavia.
Dope.
Then we came back. Another one came. We started going around.
Yeah.
That's when I saw my dad coming
Yeah.
at the airport.
Yeah.
And I told my brother, you see, you know, you can tell your dad, you know,
Yeah.
from a distance. That's him coming, yeah. He came and told us one thing. That's what I'm saying. Old folk are always the wise. Told us I wasn't against what you're doing,
Yeah.
but education is good.
Yeah.
And he said, even if you're doing music,
Yeah.
you can pursue education later on.
Yeah.
But we decided to put 100% of our time into music. And we started touring the world.
Yeah.
We toured the world. And then we started even offsetting some of the bills in the
Yeah,
house,
yeah.
paying for some university, my nieces and nephews,
Yeah.
university and education. So
really
the
nice.
responsibility came.
Yeah.
But we supported the family more than
Yeah.
more
Maybe
than
the way you
expected.
could have been. Yeah.
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 So that's something that I always say.
Yeah.
If you put your energy
Yeah.
into anything that you're doing, but you can cut down on stuff like drugs, alcohol,
Yeah.
cut down on that stuff. That
Yeah.
stuff cannot make you meditate
Yeah,
and,
for
and
sure.
be creative.
Yeah.
It actually reduces when you're supposed to meditate, you're
Yeah.
sleeping.
Yeah. True.
You know, that wasted time cannot come back.
Yeah. Yeah. It can't.
So we did that, and right now we reached to the higher heights.
Yeah.
We got to the Grammys.
Yeah.
So right now I'm giving you a homework. You're going to go find out, go Google about Jabali Africa.
For sure.
You're going to know the whole story.
And
because they
everyone
must-
who's watching.
Yeah, everybody's watching.
It's not just for me.
Yeah, they can find us on social media, Jabali Africa.
Yeah.
Nimetembea sijamuona msicha. Let me leave it right there.
Okay.
So go check out. We've been through a lot.
Okay.
Right now we are mentoring. You've seen the studio the way it is.
Yeah, yeah.
We are
Pretty
mentoring
nice
a lot.
place.
There's about now 13 albums
Okay.
waiting to be mixed and all that.
Okay.
Some of them, when you come and I look at you and I see potential,
Yeah.
I give you 2 tracks for free and I record you.
Okay.
But you have
really
to come.
generous.
You have to come with original stuff.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So if you're original, then we can see where you can support. I'm not promising
Yeah.
the world,
Yeah.
but I can help in
where you can.
accelerating you, pushing you
Yeah.
to the high heights.
Yeah.
You know.
It's really dope.
Yeah. So Jabali Africa has been there. Right now, we just submitted for the Grammys. We got nominated
Okay.
for the Grammys in 2022. So
You know, you're
hopefully-
saying the Grammys as if it's just a thing.
Yeah, so
But
I know
it's-
many people.
Yeah.
You know, with the years,
It's huge.
Yeah, with the years that I've been in music,
Yeah.
I haven't been doing music because of awards. Number one thing, I do music because I'm passionate about music.
Yeah.
It's what I love.
Yeah.
Because the music that I play, also that I write about issues.
Okay.
So I want the message to get into your head
Yeah.
before the Grammy get into your head.
Yeah.
I want you to get the message
Yeah.
of what I'm trying to talk about in the music.
Yeah.
In every 5 songs I write,
Yeah.
1 song I write about Africa.
Okay.
In every 5 songs I write, 1 must talk about where I come from,
Yeah.
what we do,
Yeah.
and what is the way forward. You can tell I'm passionate about Africa.
Yeah, you are.
Because Africa has been put
Well-
down for so many centuries. It's about time we rise.
Yeah.
Rise, Africa.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, man, we are winding up. Do you have any closing remarks, man?
Well, thanks for having me, number
Yeah.
one. Thanks for giving me a voice to maybe tell my story.
Yeah.
And to everyone who's watching, just start with what you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have anything more maybe to add.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I say this is Africa, you say what?
You
Yebo.
say yebo.
When I say this is Africa, you say what?
You say yebo.
As I always say, man, if you have a story, if you got anything, a talent, if you're a scientist, if you are like
An animator.
if
Yeah.
you are a chef, or you
Yeah.
have your original recipes,
Yeah.
come on now.
Let him cook.
Share with us.
Yeah.
Share with us. You can find us right there on social media. We have a Culture Hub Live on Facebook, Culture Hub Live on Instagram. We're also planning to get on TikTok. We're going to follow you with
Yeah.
positive vibration anywhere you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be in all those social platforms. And also, we have a YouTube channel, Culture Hub Live, on YouTube. Subscribe and make sure you follow this young man here. He said it.
Yep.
Mr. Ambrose
Yep.
Gicharu.
Yeah. Backbench
Gicharu.
animations.
Let me say it like a Kikuyu. Ambrose Gicharu.
Shadow.
Here, Gicharu.
Yep.
Yeah, man. We come to the end of the show. Are we out?
Yep.
Culture, culture, culture TV. Culture, culture, culture. Yebo, yebo, yebo. When I say this is Africa, you say what? You say yebo. When I say this is Africa, you say what? You say yebo. Yeah, man. Welcome to the African Connection Show. This show is all about African excellence. If you got an invention, if you got music, if you got a book, if you're a scientist, whichever role you play in society, do not forget to send us a message on Culture Hub Recordings, on Facebook, on Instagram, Culture Hub Recordings. Do not forget, we've got a YouTube channel, Culture Hub Live. Do not forget to subscribe. Send us a message. Let us share what you got. Yeah, man. I'm your host, Mr. Juice, Jabali Africa. When I say this is Africa, you say what? Yebo. We are out. Africa. the African connection, the African.